Hi, everyone. It's Tuesday. Thought we'd do some attention training practice here. And mm, don't know if my technology is going to cooperate. So I will, anyway, I'll just go with the theme. One of my favorite quotes from Bob Marley is, um, some people feel the rain and others just get wet. And I know that experience very well, that, when it's raining and your clothes are getting soaked, and in my case, it's not that my hair gets wet, it's just the water runs down my bald head and into my face. And there's just this general sense of like, oh, this sucks. This is annoying. How inconvenient that I'm getting wet. And then there's another shift that we can make where we start geeking out on the fact that how incredible is this? I'm sort of on the receiving end of this magical process, which is the source of all life on planet Earth, precipitation, and it goes up into the sky and the wind blows it around, and then the raindrops fall, and that's a completely different place from which to experience that very same event. And the only difference is, where's my attention, or what is the explanatory style that I'm using to make sense of what is actually happening in the moment, right? So attention completely dictates what the subjective experience is. And I notice that becomes really relevant or really useful when we are in situations where we're interacting with other people and they're doing stuff that we don't like or that we have strong judgments about. And it usually starts off with some inner dialogue that says, there's some kind of a judgment. Oh, that person's. Yeah, back to just bringing to mind an experience that you maybe had with someone else where you noticed yourself having some strong opinions about their behavior, their attitude, their words, maybe noticing what rankled you about them in that moment. What is it about their words and their behavior that you didn't like? And then notice how embedded in those judgments is some form of advice, or what they should be saying instead of what they're saying, something else, or their attitude should be something other than the way they're approaching you or the situation. So see if you can get clear on the should or the shouldn't, what it is that they're doing that bothers you. And then the magical turnaround is, and now sit in the middle of the advice that you're giving them. What is it that they should or shouldn't be doing or saying? And how do you live that in this moment? So focusing your attention away from what they should be doing and focus it on how you should or shouldn't be interacting with them, interacting with yourself. In my experience, I oftentimes bump into a bit of a wall. It's a challenge. I suddenly realize that, my advice that they should be calmer or kinder or more patient is actually really difficult for me to do in the face of their lack of kindness or impatience, and there it is. That's the challenge. How do I embody the advice, focus my attention on what it is that I can do in this moment rather than being so fixated on what they should or shouldn't be doing? And if you notice any resistance, any, yeah, but wait a second, I'm not, or they, whatever comes up, that's okay. The goal here is just to give that part of ourselves a little bit of airtime and just see if we can drop in for a moment to the splendid advice that we usually have for others. And just imagine what it would be like to focus our attention on doing that very thing ourselves. And sometimes we realize that our advice is actually pretty hard to follow. What usually comes up for me is a really healthy dose of humility when I bump into my own limitations that just a moment ago seemed so easy to dispense this wisdom and this advice and ideas of what others should do. And then suddenly I bump into, oh, it's actually really hard to do right now. And in my opinion, that makes it an even more worthy goal to pursue in that moment. And then take a deep breath in, long, slow exhale, relaxing the hands and the belly and the shoulders, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another deep inhale through the nose, through the mouth. Just letting go, settling into this moment right now, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, open your eyes. Come on back to the session. Um, Sorry about the tech hiccups. Thank you, Gary, for stepping in. And um, I wasn't there, so I don't know what you did, but appreciate you going for it. So hope to see you all tomorrow. And by the way, some amazing ice hockey happening these days. Even if you don't like ice hockey or don't think you do, it's worth checking it out right now. It's pretty spectacular. So take care, everyone.